Welcome back to another edition of The Locker Room on Franchise Sports Media. I'm Joe Arrigo. Joining me today is UNLV safety Jonathan Baldwin. Jono.
What's good?
What's good, Brody?
I'm good.
Man, welcome to The Locker Room.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me, man.
All right, man. So look, I told you this before we started. UNLV, you guys got your wins when you started playing, getting that starts at safety last year, man, against New Mexico.
Most definitely. Actually, it's crazy because versus New Mexico, that was my first game starting, and then I ended up getting hurt first play of the game.
I do remember that.
It's crazy. So even though I didn't contribute to the W, like it was still good to be a part of the team, and we caught our first win. So that was nice to be a part of.
Well, so you did contribute to the W. Let me tell you how. Practice. You was out there working, getting everybody better. Defense got better with you, so you contributed.
You're right.
So talk about your style of play at safety, man. Like you were highly recruited. He's coming in with this class.
Yep.
You got a great coach and Coach Mags. I mean, I know he's got your back. You're one of his guys.
Okay.
How would you categorize yourself as like who? First of all, who do you like playing safety, and then how would you categorize your style playing safety?
Well, my favorite safety is Sean Taylor. R.I.P. Sean Taylor, but that's my favorite safety. He's more like a ball hawk safety and a downhill safety, and that's kind of like what I want to base my game off of. I like to just be around the ball a lot, and I like to come downhill and make plays. But my main thing that I like to do is cover and, take the ball out there.
Yeah, you played a lot of cover three in high school, right?
Yes, sir.
And you a lot of times you were over the slot, and you got a chance to really go get it.
Yep.
And I said coming out of high school, you reminded me of a high school Ed Reed.
Mm-hmm, most definitely appreciate that. Our scheme in high school, every play was meant for me to make it. But it's kind of crazy because my senior year, I didn't even play DB. I played running back my senior year. So everybody thought I was coming to college to play running back, but I knew I was committed to play safety.
What made you make that decision?
To go to running back?
No, not just go to running back, but your senior year playing running back, say, nah, I'm a safety going forward.
Honestly, I only switched to running back because it was the best thing to do for the team because we had enough guys in the secondary for us to be at least okay, but we didn't have no experience running back or nothing like that. So I'm just having fun with it. So I just wanted to, try something new and then move to running back. But I always knew since coming into high school that I wanted to be a safety because, like I said, Sean Taylor was my favorite safety. So I always knew that I wanted to be a safety, and UNLV gave me the opportunity to play safety, and I took that opportunity.
Man, so there's a heavy Texas contingent of players on this roster. A lot of Texas boys. How does that make you feel being one of them?
Honestly, it made me feel good because I can come to Las Vegas and still have that at-home feeling because of the guys around me, and a lot of the guys are in the secondary with me as well. So I honestly feel at home, like it's easy to talk to these guys because I've been talking to these guys, like the same type of guys my whole life. So the relationships here, on top of all of my guys from Houston, our bond is crazy. And then Dre, he's from the South too. He's not from Houston, but he's from Louisiana. So we all still tied in like that.
So you brought up Dre earlier when we were talking, and you said he's the heart and soul of defense. He's gonna make sure you guys are ready. Talk about the impact that he has and he's had on you personally.
Almost definitely. Dre, I'm not even gonna lie. He makes sure that I'm on 10 at all times. If I mess up, he coming to me like, keep holding me accountable, hold me to that standard that we set. So that's the thing I like about him, and that's what you gotta be. Like, and he not just a quiet leader, he a vocal leader. So you gonna hear what he has to say about it. So that just makes me want to go even harder because he going 10 times harder behind me, so I'm gonna go 10 times harder behind him.
With all the dudes on Houston, or from Texas, how many of those guys you play against?
In high school?
Yeah.
It's crazy, I didn't play against none. I mean, I may have seen some at the camps, but in Texas, it's like we got 6A, 5A, and 4A, 3A, and I was in 6A. And a few of us were in 6A, but we were on different sides of the brackets. So in order for us to play each other, it was gonna have to be in the playoffs. And my team, we wasn't really a playoff team like that. So we had to play North Shore first round every year. So
North Shore's a good school?
#1 team in Texas.
See, I don't know. I'm not from Texas. I'm a Cali boy.
You're right. But that's the #1 team in Texas right now. So them in Duncanville. So we had to see them first round every single year. And honestly, that didn't go too well.
Let me ask you a non-football question.
Non-football.
If you were a DJ, what would be your DJ name?
Okay. Johnathan the Truth.
Jono the Truth.
Johnathan the Truth, man.
So in your playlist right now, who you listening to?
The main person I'm listening to right now is NBA YoungBoy.
Really?
Right now. And on top of that, I'm listening to a little D Savage and a little bit of Raw Wave because they just dropped.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. What do you think this secondary can do this year in terms of on the field? Because there's a lot of expectations. It's super talented. It may be the most talented group on the roster, and you're a starter with that group. So
Yes,
what do you think is going to happen this season with the way you guys play?
Honestly, we put in a lot of work in this offseason, and we've been together this whole offseason, working with each other. So honestly, I feel like it's only in God's hands. All this work we put in, we just can't let it go to waste. Like, we just got to go out there and just show all these people all the work that we didn't put in throughout this whole offseason and just, you know, I don't really know. Y'all gonna have to wait and see.
All right, give me a funny story about Coach Magazu. Because, truth be told, Coach Magazu, I hit him up last night like, hey, give me something good about Jono.
Yeah.
And he just ghosted me. That's not like him. So I want you to give me something about Coach Mags, something that may embarrass him a little bit. Not get you in trouble, though.
Nah, honestly, Coach Mags, he just on, all right, so one day we were in the meeting room and I was a freshman still. And I didn't really know what, like I knew Coach Mags, everybody told me that he was crazy, but I didn't really know that he was crazy until we were in the meeting room one day. And I guess we were answering questions slow, like, and that's not the standard. Like he wanted us to answer questions fast and be demonstrative about it. And none of us were saying anything. And out of nowhere, he just grabbed his pen, slammed it on the table, and then he started just throwing the chairs, and he was mad as hell. And I ain't gonna lie, that was my welcome to Coach Mags right there. That was my welcome to Coach Mags moment right there. and ever since then, I ain't gonna lie, he calmed down ever since that. But yeah, that's one of the funny stories about Coach Mags right there.
That's great. What made you choose UNLV?
Honestly, I felt the most at home. And then, like you said, Coach Mags, that's my guy. That's my guy. Whenever he first recruited me, he been the same person ever since I first FaceTimed him, Zoomed him, until I got here. And he's still the same person. And that's what I love about him because, honestly, like some people, they'll be preaching to you some things over the phone, and then once you actually get to the campus, things change. But nah, Coach Mags, he stayed the same the whole time. And then also Coach Arroyo. Coach Arroyo always showed me love, and honestly, I just felt at home here. And then again, like I told you, it was a lot of guys from Houston that was also coming here, so I already knew that was gonna be a good fit. And then one more thing, Phil Hill and Ricky Johnson were already here too as well, and they're from Houston. So that was just a good thing. And then one more thing, it was just safety from Shadow Creek from last year. He was in my class, Jalen Lane, and we basically talked to each other before we committed, and we were just like, yeah, we're gonna come in here and try to change the program around, and that's what we did. Well, that's what we tried to do by coming here, but things didn't work out with him, so.
Got it. All right, man. This is your time to let UNLV fans know a little bit of something about you and what you're bringing to the table. So give them that word of wisdom.
Yeah, I'm Jono, and really what I bring to the table is hard work and physicalness. I love football, I love the game, and y'all gonna get everything out of me every game day, every practice day, and yeah.
That's UNLV safety Jonathan Baldwin, better known as Jono, and this is another installment of The Locker Room on Franchise Sports Media inside the Fertitta Football Complex's Players Lounge.